How can I be grateful for this? It's one of the most powerful questions that, I've made hundreds of videos. I've broadcasted to the internet, to the world, to you, as many life lessons of mine. And, I'm a young guy, I don't have that many, but I've tried to help you in all the random ideas I get. And this could be one of the most powerful, life-changing things that I could ever recommend to you. Ask yourself that question as many times as possible, especially during bad things. Not just, what we're talking about here, because this can go so much deeper. How could I be grateful for this? What is there to be grateful about in this situation? I know it's a little bit off topic, but when I asked myself this question when I had just spent a year living like a total degenerate, I just spent a year with absolutely zero communication to my family. I literally, I had my entire family blocked, all their numbers, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything blocked. I lived like I didn't have a family for an entire year when I was around 22 years old. I hope you can take this seriously. I genuinely lived as if I didn't have a family for about a year. I do have a family. I've got mother, father, brother, sister, everything. But we had a massive fight and everything, and it was all trauma and abuse and everything. So I essentially ran away from home, even though I was 22 or something, so I was old enough. I hated my father, I hated my brother, I hated the house that we lived in, I hated the relationship, the family that we have. I started living like a man who doesn't have a family would live. Porn, video games, weed, every single day. On average, I was fapping 3 times a day at least. That's already bad enough, isn't it? 3 times a day fapping, bro. I had a girlfriend and I lived with her. The levels to which I have been down bad are very, very high, bro. I've been very down bad before. The reason why I'm telling you all this, it's so weird. This video is about nervousness with girls, and this isn't about the girl that, my girlfriend who I lived with. We're not together now, but the reason why I'm telling you this right now, because after the worst year of my entire life, I discovered gratitude training, and I asked myself the question, how could I be grateful for my family? Specifically, I asked, how could I be grateful for my father? No, he's ruined my life. There's nothing to be grateful for. No, I hate him. He's abused me. He traumatized me. Still to this day, I can't sleep right. Still to this day, I have nightmares 3 times a week. There's nothing to be grateful about him. I'm getting angry asking myself this question. Maybe you are. Remember, I just asked you, how could you be grateful for being nervous around girls? The first answer is no, I can't be grateful for this. It's a bad thing. It's a horrible thing. And I was indulging in this feeling for a while when I was thinking about my father. How could I be grateful for him? And the first little thing comes up. He brought us to the UK. I was born in Pakistan, and I would have had the life of a Pakistani essentially in Pakistan, right? Which you take that as it is, but it generally means somewhat of a worse upbringing in terms of education and wealth and finances, opportunity compared to the UK. Okay, he brought me to the UK, but whatever. I don't even like the UK that much. The weather's not even that nice, anything. He provided for a family of 5 as a sole earner because my mom is a housewife. It's a traditional relationship. She's the housewife. He goes out and works. Solo earner, working 2 jobs for 10, 20 years. And not very desirable jobs. Jobs that he's admitted he doesn't even like. He literally does not like them. And one by one, I'm starting to fill up a page. So I'm journaling right now. Fill up a page of the things that I could be grateful for. And eventually I'm bursting into tears as I write more and more and more. And I realized for the first time in my entire life, maybe I'm 23 years old at this point, for the first time, I've reframed something positively. What once felt like quite an insulting question, how could I be grateful for this? Changed my life forever, because with that question and the answers, I'm grateful for my father for so many different things. I patched things up with my family. I moved out of the apartment I was staying in with that girlfriend, broke up with her, went back home, got onto a dopamine detox, fully put my head down to try and spread any level of knowledge that I have to you. This, what you see here right now, if you see the YouTube channel and the movements and the comments and the channel profile picture, the amount of guys who come up and say the stuff that they've learned recently is changing their lives forever. This stemmed from one question. How can I be grateful for this? So I'll ask you one last time in terms of the nervousness that you have around girls. How can you be grateful for that? I totally understand if you think it's an insulting question, you don't want to answer it, but it'd be actually really interesting for you to just take a minute and just, almost have a little kind of smile in your face and just think you know what, I'll probably look back to where I am right now and think that was kind of cute. It's a nice memory that I personally look back to my high school years and I was so nervous around girls, but it's I wouldn't change it. It's only when you look back and you connect the dots and you're okay, fair enough. It was kind of cute when I was like that. Again, you don't want to be nervous around girls for the rest of your life or anything, of course. But you're already on the right path, so you're already making progress. So why not just think to yourself yeah, I'll probably be looking back to this moment as a symbol of innocence, inexperience, development. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.